On today's Co-Bet Daily, we're getting around some NBA, some Super Bowl, some stats guy.
Yeah, BBL final and NBL smashing in the PGA Tour.
Love it, Alex.
T20 cricket and French football.
Awesome. Player props, game picks, best bets, all in Co-Bet Daily today. Check it out. Welcome to Co-Bet Daily. That's it. Wednesday, February 1st. Pinching a punch for the first day of the month. Stats guy.
We just have a salt on camera.
It's all right. Episode 42. I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a very good website we like to call CodeBet because that's its name. Codebet.com.au or your, what is it? Odds analysis and comparisons, needs.
Bit of everything,
all that good stuff. Yeah. Joined as always by the patron saints of punting. Alex Donnelly over there, full of steak.
2 out of 5. 2 out of 5.
Oh.
And we've got stats guy, Liam McAllion. He's here too.
Absolutely. He's a bit pumped still after seeing John Cena this morning. So don't mess with him. He's in the area still.
He's a big man.
He's a big man. I saw him walk
I
past
want to
as
know
well.
what he'd do if he ordered a medium rare and his steak was overcooked.
Probably hit the waiter with the chair.
And then they try back and it just snap on him.
Hulk out. Just 100% Hulk out.
Absolutely.
All right, this is Code Hulk Daily. So we're all about what we, have it saying on the tin, right? Mm-hmm. Code Bet Daily. That's the show.
Yep.
Today, as always, player props, game picks, best bets, and I've got a few awesome ones in here for me. I've got an NBA picks. I've got a couple of really good game ones and a specific one for the player stuff and a Super Bowl look. Watch out.
Awesome.
Watch out. That's right. I haven't been on the show for a couple of days.
No, you're back. You've been more than a couple of days, I reckon.
But yeah, Super Bowl is all set. And I've got I've got one really good pick that I'm just feeling good about. What have you got there, stats guy?
Yeah, I'm having a look at the Challenger final, which is sort of like the preliminary final. It's very confusing
just
to talk about.
Just call it a prelim final.
It's a prelim final in the Big Bash on Thursday night. Then I'm talking a bit about the NBL and then a massive tournament, PGA golf in Pebble Beach.
Love it. Alex?
Yeah, I've got the BBL game tomorrow night as well. I'm looking at League One in France for some football fans there. And an international T20 title. I'll be honest, I'm really stretching out for tomorrow's EPL show.
Very clearly.
Yeah.
Just like, what's this?
League One.
It's the barrel.
Yeah.
Where are you, Alex? The bottom.
Yes. I literally scraped. It was, I was struggling
League One's good league.
Yeah, League One's handy. That's where Mbappe.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Bloody hell.
Where's Jonathan Davis? Right, one player prop for me. Very, very quick one for me. Jayson Tatum for the Boston Celtics. Your beloved Boston
I love
Celtics.
JT, yeah.
Stats guy.
How come you've never worn any Boston gear in, stats guy?
Well, originally it was because
he looks like a leprechaun if you dress him up in green.
Originally it was because of the green screen and I couldn't, all of it was really green.
We've been on the couch.
Not on the
just
couch.
for about
I haven't
a
talked
month.
about Celtics on the couch to be fair.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. All
right, shut up, you two. You can jack up Tatum's points line tomorrow to over 33 points.
Yep.
Jump on that. You can go and find those across any of our sort of betting partners, apart from a couple of that don't allow the sort of single player performance ones, unless they're part of a multi. If you do want to multi up this performance though, Tatum 33 plus points, or you can just lay it out at 30 and go with the Celtics just straight ahead win over Brooklyn tomorrow.
Yep.
But Tatum 33 plus specifically because he averages 33 and a half at home this season. So
awesome.
Not bad, pretty easy. The craziest part is who's going to stop him on the Nets? The answer is absolutely nobody.
They've got no one at the moment.
It's like no Kevin Durant. It's like no Ben Simmons likely with his bung knee. And if he's got a bung knee, Tatum's just going to shred him anyway.
Yep.
Behind that, their wing rotation
Ben's
like
got
Royce O'Neal,
bigger
Yuta
issues
Watanabe.
doesn't he?
He does.
And it's basically a bit of a free-for-all, I think, when you play Brooklyn at the moment if you're a big wing, and that's exactly what Tatum is. So at home, big win here. Big Tatum game. Off you go. Stats guy, what do you got?
Yeah, so we're back to the BBL, the Challenger final, which everyone's really rapt that it's called that. The Sydney Sixers versus the Brisbane Heat.
To lay that out,
Yes.
the challenger is you have to play this game to go play the grand final, which Perth has already made it to.
Which was, I can't even remember what that was called. That you had
That was
the
called
Eliminator.
the Eliminator.
The Eliminator was the first one.
Sorry.
Was it the qualifier?
Qualifier, that's it.
And
then there was the knockout.
The Eliminator, the
It's
knockout.
It's shocking.
Whatever this is, and the grand final, which
just call them after a KFC just menu item.
is snack
That's
box.
the zinger. That's the
snack
two-piece
box.
feed. Off
That
we
would be
go.
awesome. That would be awesome.
Give me the 18-piece
Bit
family
of popcorn
bucket.
chicken.
Yeah.
Boom. And away you go. I
Grand
don't know
final
why you're
was
screwing around
definitely
with
the family bucket.
these descriptive names. So just make it. Just
That'd be so
you
much
may as
better.
well just call it like a KFC
The
menu
best
item.
thing is the season's going to be shorter because we've hit February and it just feels like it's gone a week too long.
Ridiculously long. Anyway.
Anyway, stats
Anyway,
guy.
the Challenger
Short.
final. Everyone loves that name. We've got, I'm thinking Josh Brown. So he's been really consistent for the Brisbane Heat this year. He's had 4 matches over 25 runs this year. He also had, the first time they played Sydney Sixers, he had 62 off 23 balls, which is unbelievable. That's sort of when he made his name. He wasn't on the list straight away for Brisbane Heat, and they were like, oh, this guy's going well in some lower levels.
It was literally a month ago.
He just loves playing. He loved playing against the Sixers last time, and I think he can do that again in this one. He loves facing quick bowlers and can pick up slower balls, which is what a lot of the Sydney Sixers bowlers do. They like to use their pace and use their slower balls. So I think he can pick it up more than other batsmen. Also, he sort of has to lift. They've lost 3 of their test stars, as Alex was talking about the other day. They've lost Renshaw, Khawaja and Labuschagne all to the test squad. So he's their main opener now, and if he doesn't make any runs, they probably have no chance of winning. So I think he's going to step up.
Have no chance of winning.
Yeah. But if he makes another 62 off 23 balls, I think you've got a sneaky chance.
Yeah. Look, I'm no math magician, but 62 of 23 is pretty good.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you're in Fox
game.
Studios at Beer Deluxe, you could get a cricket ball coming flying at you.
He goes for a ball one. He'll be exciting to watch. $2.20, I think, is great value for 25 plus runs.
Is that where the Fox studio will be at the SCG?
No, because it's over the back of the SCG.
Awesome. So you'll just be sitting there smashing
might be,
pines.
So if he hits one out of the ground, down the ground, straight into Fox Studios.
Just launching in the harbour, mate. Off you go.
He just plays with the Gabba, and that's a lot bigger than
the next one will go into the new Sydney football stadium, whatever they call it now. Just knocks out some South Sydney player that's
Allianz,
figuring out that why am I not here? Oh, that's right, it's Rooster territory.
There we go.
Nailed it. Alex, what do you got?
I'm looking at the stupid Big Bash game as well, just for the name. I absolutely hate it. Sean Abbott.
No. Look, the game is fine.
The game's going to be good, probably.
Oh, the name's
the problem.
Yeah. Branding. We need to, hire us for the, co-executive chairman of Common Sense?
Junior vice president of Common Sense is what I am.
Yeah.
Just look. The Big Bash 2-piece feed game, off we go.
The 2-piece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love that.
Sean Abbott, 2+ wickets is my look at here, and even 3+ wickets. He's taken 3 in 5 of his last 7 games in the Big Bash, so going all right. He's taken 28 this season in his 14 games, so he's averaging the 2 a game.
He's amazing.
2 wickets is $1.98. The 3 is $4 with BetR and Bluebet. He takes on a much, much weaker Brisbane Heat than he was going against on Saturday night against the Scorchers, where he took 3 wickets. He bowled a brilliant spell. If you get Josh Brown out early, like this Brisbane Heat team is just going to crumble. He obviously loves playing at the SCG. They've won the last 9 there, obviously off the back of Sean Abbott and also Steve Smith smashing everywhere. But I just like the way Sean Abbott's been going about it and comes up against a weaker attack and really should just absolutely knock some stumps over.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
That's really cool. I love that his average is literally 2+ wickets a game.
Yeah.
That's awesome. 28 and 14.
So watch him only take 1.
Or half.
It'll be like, I'll give him the flag that says, screw you, Alex.
Yeah.
as he goes back to his mark.
You've got to give that one to our Hardy from the Scorchers when he scores 16 in the grand final to knock me off by 1 run on the Matt Short bet.
Matt Short. Oh, that's funny.
Tough scenes.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal.
All right. Cool. There you go. There's where your player picks, match/game looks. I've just got my simple one for the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this one jumped out at me as soon as I saw the odds. It's not the game odds, even though, so we have an article up on codebet.com.au specifically about those first look odds. I think it was Philly -2.5. That had changed from, I think that had swung from KC being favourites to now Philly being favourites, which makes sense having watched the games. You're like, Philly is substantially better than Kansas City.
So my theory of Philadelphia
favourites,
winning the game is just correct.
Yeah, I dig it. But 2.5, you kind of like that. But look, I'll dig into the Super Bowl much more in the coming 10 days. Until
it's still a while, isn't it? Yeah.
But either way, the Soupy, love a good Soupy.
I haven't heard that one.
All about the
Soupy's not a meal, Jerry.
The over-under in the Soupy. We're up to, this is 57, so LVII.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. We've got
Code Roman Daily.
Code Empire Day.
Stats guy's the first one we sacrifice.
Whoa.
Did that what they did? We're going to throw him.
I'll find some lines.
Yeah,
I'll beat him.
We saw Russell Crowe at the tennis, just you and him just out there in the middle. Away we go.
Oh, he'd done me.
He would just use you as bait. It's like, what did Russell Crowe do? He's using Stats Guy to beat a lion to death.
No, we team up.
This is awesome.
He messaged me. He wants to team up.
I would watch that so quickly.
I would too. Stats guy used as a weapon.
It's like, what is Master and Commander doing?
You put him in in his Celtics gear so he looks like that little leprechaun that the bull charges.
Don't do it to me, Russell Crowe.
Oh, no, he wants to team up. He'd rather.
The over-under in the Super Bowl.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
In its 50... what's that? 50. This is the 57th.
So
in
56.
55,
Yes.
they didn't have an over/under in the first one.
Oh.
In the 55, it's gone 27-28.
Oh.
Wow.
It's toit.
How nuts is that?
crazy.
That's
is-
pretty...
It's
So
almost
they've
like
got
they've,
the-
it's
got
like
the
they've
spot on,
nailed it, right?
Yeah.
Literally gone 50-50.
It's almost like odds makers are good at their job.
Maybe. The last three have gone under, depending on the lines that you looked at. But the three Supers ago, we saw a pretty high-scoring affair that involved KC.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are two of the top three offenses in the NFL this year. You've got KC as the top offense. Philadelphia is the third. KC averaging 29.3 points a game.
Yep.
Philly, 28.1.
They both get that, then it's well over.
We're going over, boys.
So what's the what is the over under at the
The
moment?
over itself is 49.5. So
Okay.
49.5, that's that tricky one where you go, oh, man, it's a 24-21 game. 27-24 is where I feel like this lands, is my initial sort of
That is
guess.
more.
I just think 2 weeks off for both these teams. They both have injury problems. 2 weeks off, Patrick Mahomes gets his ankle a bit better. Travis Kelce's hip gets a little bit better. You have a lot of game planning. It's a big occasion. Obviously, it's a soupy. You don't screw around in the soupy. But these are two really, really explosive offenses, and they're really fun.
Yep.
And they're
So
like
big to
really
watch. Yeah, yeah.
multifaceted, right? So you got the throwing,
Lovely.
passing attack of KC, but we've seen Isaiah Pacheco, their running back, really emerge in the last, half season, the rook. And Philly, they've had the best rushing attack of anybody basically this year, without really having like Miles Sanders, their lead running back, but they've kind of got these sort of gadgety dudes who just score.
Oh, they're doing,
like
yeah,
Miles
yeah.
Sanders just like ran in like untouched basically with 2 touchdowns against the Niners last week. So I think there's points to be had in this game because you're under a roof, you're in Arizona, conditions will be fine. It'd be a big thing, but both these teams have also played in Super Bowls fairly recently.
Yeah.
Eagles won
That's
in
true,
18.
actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
KC, this is their third in 5 years. Probably shouldn't get to them as much. I reckon we got a high scoring one, over 49.5. That's my first look at the Super Bowl odds.
Nice.
I like that one. That's my game pick. Right,
I can't
stats
wait
guy.
for a roaming stats guy at the Super Bowl party.
Oh,
Yeah, roaming stats guy's going to be good. We're going to put the fisheye camera on his head.
I really don't want to do that one.
Off we go.
You don't have a choice.
Not fun. Okay.
You really swear there.
He nearly
We
swore.
nearly got him.
I like it.
I didn't.
Don't get fired, stats guy. Right. What do you
We're
got?
going to beep. All right. So let's have a look at the NBL. I'll keep my calm here for a second.
Heading into the last weekend
Last
of the NBL.
weekend of the NBL. So there's some teams like the New Zealand Breakers who have 2 games, and others, I think, like Cairns, who are just above them, have 1. So the Breakers still have a lot to play for. They can, if they get a win or even 2 this weekend, they can jump up to second. So it's still a big occasion. They're
Which is
versus
actually big in the NBL, right? Because that gets you out of the play-in sort of
Double-
round and gives you the double
double
chance.
chance
So
as
I'm
well.
assuming
So,
the Perth Wildcats are leading. Or
no, the
existing.
Sydney Kings are the best team.
Ah,
for the last.
Kings have already locked
Yeah.
up the top
I was like,
seed.
it's going to be Kings or
Yeah,
Wildcats.
Kings are probably miles ahead at the moment,
Yeah.
but yeah, Breakers have had a great season. They probably deserve to be second. They've been really good. They versus the last team, Illawarra Hawks, which in most cases is a nothing game, but this is still big for them to make second. So early in the season they played the Hawks and won by amazingly 26 points, which is insane. So I really like this line of -9.5. I think they can easily cover it and easily win by at least 12 to 15 points again.
Wow.
The Breakers have the best defense in the league, and the Hawks have just been horrible. I really like Will McDowell-White for the Breakers as well.
Willie!
He's been really good. He's getting Josh Giddey numbers for the Breakers. He got 17, 10 and 6 last time he played him. I think he can have another really good game. And the Hawks are the worst team. Obviously, I said they were last. They've lost 13 of their past 14 games and only three games the whole season. So Breakers covering that -9.5 line. $1.92, which is good value on better. Might drop over the next few days or next day or so. But I think that's good value for tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, Illawarra just continue.
They're just horrible.
It's just a tough one.
I do enjoy how in this league that you have Cairns and Illawarra having teams. It just seems so random for Australia, but I love it.
Well,
That is true.
it's also like part of the NBL history, right?
Yeah.
Like they've
Yeah.
always sort of had teams in like bigger regional centers and stuff,
Yeah.
which is awesome. So, and it's because
It's cool that it's like expanded to those
Yeah, you don't
areas.
have like the a
When do the
million
Wagga
teams
Heat
like
get a game?
what AFL, NRL. It's just like so like concentrated. I do love that the NBL is sort of much more spread out, and you do like the fact that Tassie has a team is awesome. So,
Yeah. No, you're
but
right.
Illawarra have lost their last one by 20. The game before
yeah,
that, 15.
they just love losing.
They did beat
Lions-
New
People
Zealand
turn up and watch
by
them.
2-3 weeks
They
ago.
did, but I think I looked at that last game against you. They'd been beaten, but they had a few outs, and
that is a pain in the ass trip going from New Zealand to Sydney and then down to Wollongong. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Nice one, Alex. What's your play? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm looking at League One, so French football.
League One.
Yes, League One. Montpellier versus PSG.
Montpellier.
So PSG obviously short price favourites tomorrow, but I like the PSG and over 2.5 goals in the game at $1.72.
Like it.
They've
Nice.
won their last 7 against Montpellier, and the over 2.5 goals has actually hit in the last 12 games at home when they've been the underdogs. So basically, if an away team's coming in as favourites,
They're
goals.
going to smack it.
Lots of goals.
Yeah. Random yet awesome stat, stealing stats guy's job.
Yep.
PSG, in the
saw
both
this,
teams to
yeah.
score, it has failed to hit in their last 7 week 21 matchups.
Oh, wow.
That's so dumb.
So, yeah.
That doesn't help
So
anyone.
PSG to win to nil.
Oh, well, I remember week 21 last year,
Yeah.
and they didn't score both of them.
Yeah,
I was watching that
exactly.
game 7 years ago, yeah.
Hang on a second, the same thing happened
Yeah.
last year.
So, yeah, in their last 7 week
Uh-huh.
21.
It happened last year, but not the year before. No.
There we go. So, yeah, I love that random stat.
That is
but
so random.
Having a look at PSG.
That was Mbappe. by the way.
Of course.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they're on
Spot on.
top in League One at the moment, but they've only won 2 of their last 5. So they really need to win to stay on top, obviously. And, they're probably going to win the title again as always, but
surely,
it's also
yeah.
like automatic Champions League qualifications, this and that.
Yep.
So winning these games is important given the, hashtag oil money that gets spent on this club every year. Like
Not
you're
wrong.
looking at the team, Mbappe, Messi,
Neymar. That's ridiculous.
Verratti, stats guy's mate Hakimi from Morocco.
Yep.
Apparently, another one of your mates, Ziyech, is meant to
My
be
mate,
there,
yeah.
but Chelsea stuffed one up after
know.
spending $1 billion. Seriously, they've spent $1 billion this year, stats guy.
Yeah.
What is your team doing for
I don't
10?
know. Don't want to talk
Anyway,
about it.
PSG are going to win and win easily. I just wanted to give Chelsea a drive-by there.
Nice one.
Nice.
No surprises there.
Yeah.
Best
Thanks for
bets for
Jorginho.
today
Oh, no
/
worries.
tomorrow. I've got 2 NBA ones that I absolutely adore. I already mentioned the Celtics.
Yeah.
They've beaten Brooklyn 9 straight times, including that
Really?
last season's
Including the,
sweep.
Yes.
So
Early
without-
playoff sweep.
So that's
Thing
pretty
is-
big in the NBA, winning 9 straight against any team.
Exactly,
Yeah,
especially
it's
when it's
huge.
like a division rival.
Yeah.
Like, you're
They were
playing
supposed
each
to be
other
our
4
rivals
times,
in the playoffs
4
as
times
well,
a
yeah.
year anyway,
Yeah.
Yep.
as well as the playoffs.
It's not like Geelong beating North Melbourne 9
This is
times.
like Boston also beating Brooklyn 9 straight times most of the time with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Brooklyn do not have Kevin Durant. This is a smashing. Boston minus 7.5.
Yep.
You can check out CodeBet for all the best odds on that line, but the line's, I'm all over that one. Sacramento also plays San Antonio tomorrow.
Yep.
Now, there is
gonna
2
be a bummer,
great
surely.
ones. The San Antonio Spurs allow the most points per game in the NBA.
Is it like 180 or something?
Sacramento score the most points in the NBA.
Ooh,
Really?
I'm sensing something here.
I think
Yeah.
we're going over. The over is 244.5. This might be 270. This is like 140, 130 game. It's
Will
written
this
all
game
over
be
it.
on in the office tomorrow?
Probably not, but I'll have it probably on League Pass.
we might be able to get it going. Yeah.
Over 244.5. You're smashing that. Like 120 points, Sacramento average that. Basically, San
They can
Antonio
get
give
more
up
than that.
122.
Yeah, wow.
San Antonio can score with anybody. We've seen that because there's just so little defense being played that the other team goes, we'll just outscore them. And most of the time, they do.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of points.
I'm all over that
So
over.
many.
And yeah, Boston minus 7.5. Boom. Stats guy, what do you got?
Perfect. Yeah, we're having a look a bit of a niche market in the golf.
A niche?
A niche? Is that a word? I don't even know if
NFL
that's a
Nation?
word. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, Alex
Michael
talked about
Nisha?
the golf the other time. I think he got up with Jason Day.
Jason Day
Yeah.
was 1 shot off finishing in a tie for 4th, but we got in the top 10.
top 10. No, top 10 still
So
a good
brutal
bet, yeah.
stuff. We tipped the top 5 and top 10, but 1 shot.
Yeah, right.
Brutal.
So anyway, in the PGA now we're going to Pebble Beach, which is the major tournament in California. It's known as the best public course in America. I don't know how its public course looks amazing. But
It
yeah,
does cost a lot of money.
Yes. It's like, I think I looked it up before actually, 600 for a round. So
you do get a
well, it
caddy.
might even be more. You do
get a
get a caddy.
caddy.
Oh, there we go.
It's nominally public.
We might have to do a code bet trip there.
I like that.
Yeah, nominally public for people
Code
that can
golf
afford to
daily.
play there. But
Oh my
So we
God,
just need-
stats guy with a GoPro on his head playing golf.
I played golf on the weekend.
I like this.
I'll
We
do that
just,
next time.
we just need Stats guy to tip some more winners and we might better afford a trip.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I'm beating winners.
Let's go.
In the in Open in Thailand, but that's a
She's
different
won
story.
1 game, stats guy. The tournament goes for another week.
Anyway, I'm looking at Jordan Speith in this Pebble Beach Pro-Am. He's been out of form actually the last couple of months, but he always loves playing at this course. He won in 2017. He has played there 10 times, and 6 of those 10 times been in the top 10. the last 2 years, he's also been in the top 3. So he really loves this course. He's just an amazing putter which can help him win in big tournaments. And he won 2017. So I think he can at least finish in the top 10. So you get $2.40 for that, which is really good odds for someone who's done that 6 of his last 10 times. Then you can get top 5, $3.60, which is good odds. So I'm leaning towards that top 5, $3.60, bit better value. And then to win's $11. So he's the favorite at $11. So which is really good value, but with such a big lineup, it's pretty hard. So I'd take the top 5 at $3.60 or top 10 $2.40. Yeah. Good value.
Right. Now watch him not make the cut. Right.
yeah.
Isn't this the tournament Gareth Bale's playing in?
I'm not sure. So because it has amateurs in it, it might be because they get sport, and it might be, but I couldn't
dig it.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, looking this up, I was like, I swear to God, Gareth Bale's playing in a PGA tournament soon.
Showing that beautiful hair of his.
Yes.
Alex, what's your play? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm keeping it pretty simple. India and New Zealand play at midnight tonight in a 2020 in Ahmedabad, 132,000 seat stadium. So that'd be nice and fun for the Kiwis.
Jeez,
the series is tied.
Is there 132,000 people in New Zealand?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, at Narendra Modi Stadium, there might be. They might even sneak 150, and it is India. They don't sit down.
That's crazy,
Look, India smashed New Zealand in the second game. This series is tied at 1-1. Their squad's a little bit all over the place. Like Kohli's not playing in this, obviously. The Test series starts against Australia next week.
Yeah.
So ideally, the Indians want to win this, obviously, to bring in some momentum within the squad to playing Australia. Look, they're $1.45. There isn't much, meat on the bone there, but I didn't mind them just getting the job done. Yeah, something like that. Throwing in with stats guy with Jordan Speith.
Yeah.
But I was also having a look. Finn Allen and Devon Conway, $3.70 and $6 to be New Zealand's top run scorer. They scored a boatload of runs in the T20 World Cup.
That's handy, actually.
So if they can get going, they can score very quickly. So maybe something like that. But I think India will just win anyway.
Sweet. Like it. There you go. There's 3 very, very different.
Very different.
Very different best bets for tomorrow.
All over the shop this week.
Code geography.
Nice one. But that's it. Cobet Daily done for today. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. I believe just these 2, actually, probably.
Might
that
be the
sounds
EPL
about right.
Daily.
And you've got an EPL show as well. So,
awesome.
We'll have both. Either way, get right around the show. Subscribe, like, star it, and chuck us a follow across all the socials, Facey IG, Twitter, TikTok. Go send some questions into Leo. He loves answering all
Also,
the
shout out to the
questions.
nerds that abuse me about including Mikel Arteta in the first 25 games in the manager. They're winning the competition, nerds.
Hopefully they win it all.
Why are you so angry?
Because people are questioning, well, why including Mikel Arteta with Pep and Jurgen Klopp? I don't know, because Arsenal are good.
Because you had a bad steak last night. Right. Thanks,
too.
Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Hope my steak gets better.
All right. Thanks, Joe, for producing as always. Thanks to me for being legendary. And what do we say here, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly.
Maybe picks come in. Happy punting. We'll catch you tomorrow. Go Bet Daily. Out.